What is going on, guys? This is Caleb from the Glutton for Liberty podcast. I'm just here for a short little video. We're going to talk about South Carolina and its upholding of a 6-week abortion ban. So if you're pro-life or you are pro-choice, you're going to want to tune into this. We're just going to talk about it a little bit. And we're also going to talk about a lady that was... something happened to her by her father. Her father did something to her, and this is her stance on abortion. And her word matters, so we're going to listen to that too. So, tune in. Alright, guys, so here is a little news broadcast about this. It's only 52 seconds, but it explains the Supreme Court's ruling in, was it South Carolina? Yeah, South Carolina. So let's see what they got to say.
At midday, the South Carolina Supreme Court has ruled that a challenge brought by Planned Parenthood against the state's fetal heartbeat law does not stand, effectively upholding the current 6-week abortion ban. Planned Parenthood arguing the 6-week limit on abortions was unfair because many women do not even know that they're pregnant by that time.
So that's why they're fighting it. I'm assuming that's why pro-choicers are fighting this, is because you don't even know. A lot of women don't know if they're pregnant at 6 weeks. We'll get into that a little bit.
State argued that the heart begins functioning around that time, and therefore a line should be drawn. In today's ruling, the court decided the definition of a fetal heartbeat is when electrical impulses are first detectable as a sound, and a medical professional observes steady and repetitive rhythmic contraction, meaning the 2023 fetal heartbeat law can stand. Governor Henry McMaster praising the ruling, saying in part, quote, "South Carolina continues to lead the charge in defending the sanctity of life."
All right, see, I like this. So I ain't no lady, but I have shut up, I was talking. I'm no lady. I have a little experience with abortion in my past, which I don't agree with. I will say that I am a pro-lifer, tenfold, 100% pro-lifer. I think abortion is wrong, and we're going to talk about that, but I'm going to read off some... we're going to go unbiased through ground news. We're going to see what the left says. We're going to see what the right says. Well, we're going to read off what the, all of it together says, centered, and then we're going to see the bias comparison. Then I got another video for you that's really going to catch your eye, because it kind of, there's exceptions, a lot of people say there's exceptions to abortions, and we're going to we're going to watch a lady that you would think would be one of those exceptions, and she's still anti-abortion. It's very interesting, so we'll check that out. So yeah, South Carolina Supreme Court upholds the fetal heartbeat and the abortion ban. I truly believe life begins in conception, but that's just because I'm a Christian. But scientifically, they say fertilization, and conception is fertilization. So it's the same fucking thing. Actually, I think I brought it up here into Google. I did. Yeah, so the scientific perspective is fertilization. Biologically, human development begins at fertilization. Boom. Easy peasy. And then religious perspectives, conception. Many religions, including some Christian denominations, believe that human life begins at conception, viewing the fertilized egg as a unique individual with a soul. So it's the same thing as the scientific perspective in my mind. Tell me if I'm wrong. So, on May 14th, 2025, that is today, the highest court in South Carolina affirmed the legality of the state's law prohibiting most abortions once cardiac activity can be detected. Heartbeat, effectively enforcing the 6-week abortion restriction. So I still think life begins before the 6 weeks, but... This is probably one of the strongest abortion laws, in our nation right now. So I agree with this. If you don't agree with this, I would love to hear it. I do want to just point out here that it is up to the state on the abortion laws. So I am a little bit wrong right here. That's why I'm correcting it right now. So fuck you. I'm wrong sometimes. It's okay. It's fine. The ruling addressed controversy surrounding ambiguous terminology in the 2023 statute and differing views on the onset of fetal heartbeat, with both parties agreeing it generally occurs around 6 weeks. So, if there's a heartbeat, honestly, like, how can you even say that's not a life? I've heard women say it's not it's not alive or a human until it's actually born. And I keep saying it. Excuse me. That's not okay. But, you know, that's terrible. So this law was enacted in 2023. There was something was pushed against it, and it failed, is basically all this means in South Carolina. So let's just go into the bias comparison of these two. So the left-leaning coverage is predominantly frames the South Carolina Supreme Court ruling as a medically questionable and harmful 6-week abortion ban. Harmful? Let's see why this is harmful. Harmful? I don't believe it's harmful at all. I'd love this. Emphasizing its detrimental impact on women's health and clinical care. The emotionally charged phrases like cruel politics, highlighting gendered injustice and vagueness, and endangers families and providers. Okay. I don't want to get into the technical numbers of the amount of abortions because, you know, just kidding. Let's get into the numbers. So, abortions performed due to rape and incest make up a small fraction of all abortions. Oh, really? Oh my God. Let's get into some numbers. So for rape, approximately 1% of abortions are sought because of rape. 1%. Not saying it's okay. Terrible thing. Rape is wrong. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Incest. Less than 0.5% of abortions are sought due to incest. What? That's even less. That's a lot of rapage happens, apparently. That's a tiny percent of rapage. So in summary, abortions resulting from rape and incest are statistically rare, accounting for roughly 1% or less of all abortions combined. So the vast majority of abortions are performed for other reasons. Do we want to get into what those other reasons are, ladies? Maybe some hoe baggage going on. Maybe a little bit of that has happened, huh? Can't close your legs for a couple months. Who knows? So it's gross. It's disgusting. Let's get back into it. So it's understandable, but I mean, it's really behind science and like what you think. That's not a really big. Just believe the science, right? If we go back to what COVID was, believe the science. So just believe the science. That's when a heartbeat starts. To discredit Planned Parenthood and affirm conservative legislative authority, they think we're rewriting science. It's always been this. Not always. It's changed, but for the modern times, it's been 6 weeks for a long time. We can Google it if you want. Let's see. While center coverage neutrally presents the ruling in ongoing debates, it de-emphasizes these partisan frames, underscoring the broader ideological clash over reproductive rights and scientific interpretation. But I think the biggest problem with this, and this is my opinion, is my body, my choice. That's the biggest thing. But if you want to like throw your body around and keep getting pregnant and keep killing babies, it's not okay, in my opinion. That's your body, your choice. That's what a lot of women, I think, do. Anyways, trash your body and then kill another body is not okay. In my opinion. That's my opinion. We won't get too much into that. Let's watch this lady. So this this is actually a terrible story. This woman, I think, was raped by her father. So this one is very controversial, and I don't even know how well I sit with this one, but we'll see. She has the kid now, and he's a healthy young boy, and she's glad she kept him. But this was incest and rape. So I can agree with a lot of you lefties on this one, but this is gonna be a young man one day. So let's check this out.
So I wasn't going to come up here, but I heard someone talking about how abortions are important because it takes babies out of the population. And I just wanted to say that by saying that, they are wanting to take out very important people. 4 years ago, I was raped by my father, and I chose not to have an abortion, and this is what came out of it.
I'm very sorry that happened to you.
It's terrible.
And
dude.
it
What
was
the
a
fuck?
terrible thing that happened to you. What is your message to people that say babies conceived in rape are not human beings?
They are absolutely human beings. They are made individually by God, and they can do some very important things. I believe that he'll grow up and he'll help people, and based on all of our experiences, we can try and keep them from doing the same thing that their parents did.
Praise God. You turned something evil into something good. So God bless you, and thank you.
I want to point out what he said. He just said there. You put something evil into something good. So that's
Thank you so much.
So that's ooh. This woman was raped by her father, kept the child, and she's happy she kept him, So it's just something to think about, really. Just something to think about. And because you don't want to, because it's gonna affect my life. Oh my God, because I can't party if I have a child because I fucked somebody and he splooged inside of me. Oh, I got splooged in. Oh God, I keep getting splooged in, so I have to keep fucking spending money on abortions. You see what I'm trying to get at here? Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check out for Glutton for Liberty. Coming this weekend, we got World News Saturday. We got the regular episode on Sunday. Check out Daniel's new black fatigue video. He did a white fatigue video. They're very interesting. You should definitely watch them. I enjoyed them a lot. That's all I got for you, fuckers. Pro-choice is wrong. Pro-life is up. Later, bitches.